So this is the complete block diagram of electromechanical system that is in linear representation of this model. It is only linear representation of this model only. And you have to do, there is so many controllers are there. One is proportional plus rate feedback. Second one is proportional plus integral plus rate feedback. And next one is PID, compensator for this system. So the system transfunction that you are done last week, and that is converting into this block diagram, and I will explain some of these things. So that motor equation, so the torque equation of the motor is torque is equal to kt multiplied by ia, and that motor is rotating. That rotating motor, this is motor is rotating in a magnetic field. So it is rotating means here is a flex and north pole and south pole is there. So this coil is rotating. So the rotating means we are giving a force and it is rotating. Like that also we can interpret. So this is a magnetic field and a conductor is rotating. So the conductor is rotating in a magnetic field. There is a EMF will be generated. That EMF equation is for a DC motor phi ZPN divided by 60A, or something you can directly proportional to that speed. N is the speed, or omega m. You can take it as omega m. And the C is directly proportional to omega m, that speed of the motor, and flux is constant because it is a permanent magnet, and Z is number of conductors, P is number of poles, N is the speed, and A is the parallel path in the armature for a DC motor. So E is directly proportional to omega m. So it is a generated EMF, and the generated EMF direction is Fleming's right hand rule for generator. For a motor, it is left hand rule. That flux direction is this one, and the current direction is this one. I is this one, and the motor will rotate this direction. So this rotation and flux direction remain same for a motor and generator, but it is Fleming's right hand rule. So it will generate a EMF that will oppose the applied voltage E, because this direction is, these both the directions are same, but the generated EMF direction is Fleming's right hand rule. So it will oppose. So that opposing EMF is called back EMF, that is equal to KB into omega m. And this motor having, if it is a motor, so the motor having a rotor, and rotor is supported by these bearings. So this rotor having a moment of inertia J, and this is holding in the bearing that having this BM. So the torque developed in the motor, that is using for Jm theta double dot plus Vm into theta dot. And the torque is using for this purpose. So we can convert these things into a block diagram. So you are applying a voltage here, E is the voltage, and this motor having a inductance and resistance LA and RA. that is given to the armature, and armature is rotating, it will produce EB as back EMF, and it will develop a torque, and torque is just acting on this JM and BM. So it will produce the output. If you are measuring this theta m, this is output, and this E is the input. So you can derive a transformation between theta m and the EA. So first one is, this is going, here one current will go, so that current is IA. So this electrical part EA is equal to IA into RA plus LA into DI by dt, and plus that EB. So that is for this electrical part, and this EB is directly proportional to KB into omega m, and this torque is equal to KT into IA. So those equations you remember, and this torque here developed, the torque is equal to Jm theta double dot plus Bm into theta dot. So applied thing, that input is EA and output is theta m. So you have to derive a transformation between these two. So these equations are there. So either you can convert these things into a block diagram, or you can solve using this equation. Block diagram, that is simplest thing you can do. So you are applying a voltage EA here, and EA is coming here, and this EB I am subtracting from here. And this LA dynamics, this LA values, because it is a electromechanical thing, the electrical things will be died out earlier. So this thing you can neglect. LA into this one you can neglect. So EA minus EB is equal to IA multiplied by RA. So divided by RA will give you IA. So EA is coming here plus, and this EB is subtracting here, and I am multiplying this with 1 by RA will give you IA, and this IA multiplied by KT will give you torque. IA multiplied by KT will give you torque, and that torque is acting on these things. So this torque 1 by JS square plus BS will give you theta. So this here KB is equal to EB is equal to KB into omega m. So I have to derive this omega m from here. So I can just use here 1 by JS plus B, that will give you omega multiplied by 1 by S. This 1 by S I am taking common. So I will get theta here. So from this point I can use KB, and that will give you EB. So these things you can avoid. You can, from this torque you can get this one, you can separate it by 2, and you will get omega here and theta here. So this forward path KT by RA is there, KT divided by RA is there, and this 1 by JS plus B is there, and that 1 by S will give you theta, and here it is coming omega m, and here it is KB, and here it is EA, and this one is EB minus EB, EA, and all the things are filled. So this one is KB only. So this system is open loop or closed loop transformation. This is open loop transformation or closed loop transformation. This system is open loop or closed loop.
Closed loop.
Closed loop.
Higher
Closed loop.
higher telling that is closed loop. What is the reason for this is a closed loop system?
Sir, we are having a feedback path.
What you are feedbacking?
Sir,
Sir, speed.
You are measuring the speed.
Mega
Angular
Hmm?
velocity.
You are measuring that speed.
no.
So what do you mean by a physical feedback? Something you are measuring and back to
Back
the.
EMF.
This is actually back EMF. It is a natural thing only. If the motor is rotating, then back EMF directly it will be generating. So it can be considered as a natural feedback. It is a natural feedback, not an artificial feedback. So whatever motor it is available, it having this natural thing. You are not measuring anything from there, and you are feedbacking. So in a control system, feedback means you are sensing something and feedbacking that thing. That is called a feedback phenomena. Actual feedback. This is a natural only. So if you are deriving the transfer function theta m upon EA of S, this transfer function is called open loop transfer function or closed loop transfer function. This transfer function, whatever you will call theta m by EA of S, it is a open loop transfer function or a closed loop transfer function.
It's open loop.
Open loop.
This you will tell open loop transfer function only. Then you are telling this is a feedback. Then that contradiction will be lost now. So it is a open loop transfer function because it is a natural feedback. We are not sensing anything from here and feedbacking. So it is a natural thing only. So
Sir,
this
is it so that there is nothing from the specific output, no feedback
we are
from the
not
specific
measuring
output?
anything now. It is actually naturally happening. It is because of when a current we are applying a voltage, it will rotate, and that is called motoring action. When the motor is rotating, that is rotating inside a magnetic field. So according to Fleming's right hand rule, that the current this rotating magnetic field, a conductor is rotating in a magnetic field, and EMF is induced in that conductor. That is called that the Lenz's law also you can use in that because this cause it is opposing. So the cause is rotating cause it is opposing. That is called back EMF. That the direction is only changing because the magnetic field direction is same and rotating direction is same. So the generated EMF will oppose the applied voltage. So that one is generating action and another one is motoring action. So motoring action is doing, then the generating action will oppose the thing. That is called a naturally happening feedback. That is why it is called a back EMF. So this one is the open loop transfer function. Now you can use any signal flow graph or you can use block diagram reduction to solve these things. So you will get KT by RA divided by JS plus B. This KB will be in the feedback loop. So you will get a transfer function. That transfer function will be theta of S divided by EA of S. Transfer function is, yeah, you solve it and tell me. KT by RA divided by JS plus B, and this is the feedback path 1 plus these things multiplied by this KB, and again you have to multiply 1 by S. So the open loop transfer function of this system is open loop transfer function of this system is Praveen Kanna,
Yes, sir.
open loop transformation of this system is?
Yes, sir. One second.
Sir, is it KT by S into JS plus B into RA plus KT KB? Yes, sir. Yes.
So this one will be your transfer function. So this is the open loop transfer function of the system. So it having two poles, one pole at the origin and one pole will be solving this one. So this is the open loop transfer function of this motor. Now I am closing the loop. So for closing the loop, I have to use this one. So I will name it as something. And I will measure whatever things I want to measure is one is speed, another one is theta. So if I am measuring speed, that is called rate feedback. This is position feedback. So I need two sensors for that. So I will use two sensors and I will close the loop. Before that, I have to use it for some purpose. So some purpose means I have to connect a load. So here this JM BM are rotating parts moment of inertia and the damping. Now I am connecting here a gear. What is the requirement of a gear? Requirement of a gear. Shashi Krishna,
Sir?
what is the requirement of a gear?
To rotate the shaft.
Without a gear also it will rotate now. What is the requirement of?
Yes. To change speed, sir.
Yeah, it is.
Based on number of turning, we can change speed.
Yeah, it is just like a transformer. So what transformer is doing?
Yeah.
Converting one form of energy to another.
Yeah. So this motor side we are having a high speed and low torque. But we want low speed, high torque in the output. So we are driving something. So we need a high torque in the output, and that is low speed. So that is why we are using a gear. So gear will convert the high speed low torque into low speed high torque. The power is will remain almost constant. So the efficiency we are considering it as a 100%. So it will give the ratio of these two. So whatever your torque requirement, you have to use this one. So all the gear system are working like this. So, and some your motor vehicles at all that is using so much gear ratios to give speed between some 1500 rpm in the engine speed, that will be converting into that 0 to 120 or 140 speed ranges from first to fifth gear. So that is using a gear trains. So that requirement is high speed low torque into low speed high torque. So here the torque is coming here, that is called motor torque, and here it will be load torque, Tm and Tl. So motor side you are having theta m, and it is going to a Tm, and this having a gear number of teeth Nm. Here number of teeth is equal to Nl, and the theta rotation is equal to TL, and that will give you a torque of TL. So this torque into the Tm into theta m is equal to TL into theta L. This ratio will remain same. So you can convert the theta is directly proportional to number of teeth, theta m is directly proportional to Nm, theta L is directly proportional to Nl. So the torque ratio you can calculate it. That also I think SAR is taken. Now this torque, this TL is in the load side. So it is connected to a rotating JL theta L double dot plus BL into theta L dot. So here whatever thing the Tm is developed, this multiplied by this one will convert here. So that theta, that Nm divided by Nl equal to Nm is the number of teeth in the motor side, Nl is number of teeth in the load side, that equal to theta L divided by theta m. This is the ratio. So this TL, whatever the theta TL is developing, that is acting as JL square plus BLS into theta L. So from here it is connected to a load side. So this here you are getting theta m. So theta m you are getting here. So converting that theta m to theta L, what you should do? Here is theta m, that is converting into theta L. What you have to do here? You have to multiply it by
Nm by ml.
Nm by Nl. So Nm by Nl is here, and this theta L is multiplied by this quantity, will give you theta TL. Theta L multiplied by this quantity will give you TL. So theta L is here, and you have to multiply that thing with JL square plus BLS will give you TL. And the TL is the load torque, and that torque is coming here only. Here is the torque developed. So it is coming from here to, you have to convert these things to here. So that TL conversion to the motor side will be again Nm by Nl will give you this T. That's because it is the developed torque, total developed torque. So you have to use one more block here. So it will be subtracting this TL. So that entire block diagram will look like this. EA, EB, 1 by RA will give you IA, and Ia multiplied by Kt will give you the torque here. And the torque is multiplied by this 1 by Js plus B will give you omega m. This omega m multiplied by 1 by S will give you theta m. And theta m is multiplied by Nm by Nl will give you theta L. And theta L multiplied by JL S square plus BL S will give you TL. This TL again multiplied by Nm by Nl will give you torque in the motor side. So here it is plus, here it will be minus. And again it is KB coming here, and this is completed. And you have to derive a transfer function between this theta m to EA of S. Theta m to EA of S. So this is on feedback. So you can directly put this Nm by Nl the whole square. Nm by Nl is coming here and here. This is another loop. So this is the output loop and this is input, and this you are taken as some other loop. So this one you solve it. This one you solve it. This plus and here it is minus. Any doubts regarding this? You are already done this one. If you are having any doubt, you can ask. These two gear ratio you can multiply Nm by Nl the whole square. And this entire torque is subtracting from here. This TL is subtracting from here. The total torque developed. This total torque developed is Kt multiplied by Ia. And you have to derive this transfer function. Do it fast. At today's attendance, I given this. No problem. Mark it attendance. So you have completed this one. This theta m to EF S are connected to the load. The attendance keyword is there. You all of you mark it. So Neha,
Sir,
I completed
we're
this one.
doing.
Theta m to.
Sir,
Hmm?
doing.
Yeah, okay. If you are using both the things, it should come. Correct answer it will get. If you are using signal flow graph or block diagram reduction, whatever it is, only one answer you will get. This is plus and here it is minus. And this one also minus. So this transfer function also open loop transfer function E theta m upon E a of s, that will be also a open loop transfer function. So you are completed. Neha, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you completed. And these things are taken and taken by Samsar, na?
Which one?
This load connected and this entire transformation theta
No,
m upon
I don't think this one is taken.
this one is not covered. That gear is connected to that system, and with the gear how to derive this open loop transformation of the motor. Yeah, this one you can solve using either block diagram reduction or by signal flow graph. So signal flow graph is using it is I think it is simpler. Otherwise you have to shift these things. Summing point shifting, those things you have to do. Other things easily you will get it. So in some way you will get and somehow you will get the answer as it is. K divided by Js plus B. That J is equal to Jm plus Nm divided by NL the whole square. And this B is equal to Bm plus Kt Kb by Ra plus Nm by NL the whole square into Bl. And this K is equal to Kt by Ra. And this 1 by S also will be there. So you will get this multiplied by 1 by S. So all of you are getting like that. So all of you are getting like that. This one will be something like Kt by Ra divided by capital Js plus J equivalent plus V equivalent multiplied by 1 by S. And this J equivalent is equal to Jm plus Nm by NL the whole square into JL. And this B equivalent is equal to
B
Bm
plus
nm by nl the whole square into el plus kt kb by ra. This k is equal to kt by ra. You are getting like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, otherwise you just do is with using signal flow graph. If you are using block diagram reduction, any problem is there, you have to use signal flow graph, you will get it. So you practice it. Next week your quiz is there, na?
from first week of March.
Yeah. I think control system, these things will be there in your quiz. So you are taking this much of time to solve one question. Then your quiz will have, I think, 4 or 5 questions like this. So you practice it. Any doubt is there, you can directly ask. So this one is open loop transformation of this motor. And now what we are going to do is we have to measure this speed. So I am connecting a sensor here, and for this position I am connecting a sensor. And that sensor scale factor is these two things. This is KTG is this tacho generator scale factor, and that is multiplied by a K, and it is feedbacking here. And theta is directly measuring, and this Kp is the proportional constant. That is, this is a proportional plus rate feedback controller. Proportional plus rate feedback controller. Closed loop system is given. This theta we are measuring, and this omega m we are measuring. And this omega m is measuring using tacho generator, and the theta is measuring using a position sensor, and this is tacho generator gain factor, and this k is the controller gain. This k is the rate feedback controller gain, and this k1 is the proportional. This is kp is the proportional gain constant. That is, this theta is coming here now. This theta scaling factor is this one. This we are here we are applying theta c as the input. Theta c means desired theta value. So this will be a voltage signal only. So this corresponding to this theta, we are applying a voltage signal. So if you want to move 5 degree, corresponding voltage signal is applying here. This theta c is the desired theta value. So it is converting to a voltage signal only. So that scale factor is this Kp. This K1 is the proportional controller gain, and this K divided by Js multiplied B. This one you are derived. This K is equal to Kt by Ra. This J is equal to Jm plus Nm by Nl the whole square into Jl, and B is this one. And this K, K1, K, these things you have to do it. So that is simple equation only. The controller gain you have to just using solve this one and apply it to this equation. Omega n square divided by s square plus 2 theta omega ns plus omega n square. This is the standard second order system. So you will get k1 and k2 as it is. So solving this equation, comparing this loop, you create the loop and just substitute these things, you will get k1 and k2. And the specification given is minus 3 dB bandwidth is higher and damping factor is 0.6. So don't worry about these things. This is actually mode things only. That will cover later parts only. Now,
Sir?
yes, what?
Where is K2, sir?
This one is K1 and K2. This is K2. This is K2. This one is K1, K2, KTG, KP. This is printing mistake only. Here it is K2 only. So you will get these things. If you are comparing this controller gain equation, you solve this one, theta m upon theta c, and that compared with this closed loop transformation. And you keep the damping factor as theta is 0.6 and minus 3 dB bandwidth, that is omega b, that is 5 hertz. So you substitute those things here. Omega b is equal to omega n into this one. So omega b is given. So omega n you have to calculate. Omega n is equal to omega b divided by this entire thing. Here theta is the damping factor. And K1, K2 we can derive using these two equations. So and this one is the procedure first. Omega n, K1, K2 you have to find out. Second thing, you have to make this model in Simulink, and that LTI viewer you have to measure these things, but you are not studying minus 3D bandwidth MP. These two things is frequency response only, that you next week Samsar will take the class, and these three things are for step response. So you have to add a integral controller, and then you have to do these things. First you do this one, procedure number first. So open MATLAB and open a script file and you enter these values, KT, KB, JM, JL, all the things. After that you enter J, KT, B, these values. First you define these values in a .m file. After that you just do this one, just like this. So you open a script file and enter the parameters. So do it now. So you have to enter like this K1, K2, KT, KB, JM, JN, N. This parameter you define, and K is equal to KT by RA, J, B, omega B. Yeah, omega B you have to, that is in hertz only, you have to convert it to radian.
Okay.
5 into 2 pi you have to do. That is in hertz only it is given. This 5 multiplied by 2 pi you have to do. And omega n equation will be like this.
So K1 is 19.5.
Yeah, K2,
0.9538.
omega n,
27.36.
okay, fine. K1 is this one, K2 is this one, and omega n is this one.
Yes, sir. Only K2 is just slightly different.
Yeah, that might be due to some these values you are entered now on.
Yes,
Otherwise,
sir.
that solver you are using, that will vary.
Yes, sir.
MATLAB to MATLAB, some versions it will show like that. So all of you are completed?
No, sir, doing.
Yeah, okay, you do it. After completing, let me know. So you are completed this.
Yes, sir.
So now you can use this block diagram. This one in Simulink. You make the block diagram in Simulink. This first figure is for proportional plus rate feedback. So this one is transfer function block diagram. This is integrator. This one is gain. This one is gain. These two are summer blocks. But here it is plus and minus. These two are gains. So 4 gains and one transfer function and one integrator. So open Simulink. So Simulink, you have to go to Simulink library browser. Simulink library browser. So you know how to do it now. In continuous block, you will get transfer function and integrator, and the transfer function you will get the, and the summer block you have to double click on that and make it plus and minus. Right click and drag it. And now you need 4 gain blocks. Gain blocks are in math toolbox. Right click and drag it. Control I for flipping the blocks. So this is Kp, this is K1, and this is K2 and KTG. This one is KTG and this is K2. Here it is capital K. K. So if you are entering capital K, you have to use capital K. If you are entering small k, I enter this K, small k only. KT by RA is small k. And small j and small b. From sources, you can find step. And this two workspace option also you can use. And in the workspace option, output variable is y and save format is array. So up to this you complete it. So right click on the arrow, linear analysis point, output measurement. Right click on this arrow, linear analysis point, input perturbation. Then go to simulation, model configuration parameter. Otherwise you can click Control E. Model configuration parameter. There you can click on fixed step, and the fixed step size is solver selection, fixed step, solver ODE 4, 5. If you are having ODE 4 Rangakutta, you use that one. and the solver details fixed step size is 0.001. And the solver you have to use ODE for Rangakutta. Solver selection fixed step. Solver is ODE for Rangakutta and fixed step size is 0.001. Apply OK. And the simulation time you give some 10 seconds. Then go to analysis. Go to analysis, control design, linear analysis. Otherwise, you are having using 2020 that control design. This will be there here, and the linear analysis will be on tab will be there. This is 2018 version. That is why it is looking like this. And you have to click the step. You have to click the step. Then you will get the step response. And from the step response, you have to fill this peak response, peak overshoot, rise time, and set time. These three columns. And this is for only P plus rate feedback only. P plus rate feedback. So you will get the step response, and step response you right click, then you will get the characteristics, peak response, rise time, and set-in time. So these three values you will get it. So you fill these things. And these things sir will take next week class. Next week or tomorrow or something like that. We will inform you. So this is how the response is coming.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm having some error. I don't know. I'm not getting that graph.
Yeah, you just share your screen.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah, you need to fill a P plus R only, and other things we can do it next week. That will take won't take much time. If you are done this one, you save these things with you only. Yeah, these things you can submit next week. Next week, after completing this, you now you can start doing it, and after completing this entire experiment, you can submit these reports. So you can share the screen.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
your
where I
sir.
what?
This integrator you are limited. Why it is limited?
Oh.
You have to use simple integrator only. If it is limiting, that limiting value will be coming. And your stop time here you have to increase to some.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank. Let me see.
Yeah, now you just this output perturbation you are not added. Output line you click it and linear analysis point output measurement. Now linearization. The smaller configuration parameter at all you are set now. Fixed step size is 0.001.
Yes, sir, I did that. I did
Yeah.
that.
So now you are doing, you will
And
get.
okay, thanks.
Anyone else having any doubt or something? Anybody having any doubts? Amrutavani, what is your doubt?
No, sir, I was answering for the raised time, not doubt.
Okay, fine. So here the second one is, the third one is, you have to add a integral controller, and the controller gain is this one. And again you have to remove the rate feedback thing, and you have to add a derivative controller. That will look like T plus I plus D that we are discussed the last class. So these things you can do it after completing that body, how it is coming, those things. Okay, today we can conclude here.